What's up, me Raandigars? We're back with another Persona Hot Takes video. I made a post 11 days ago. It's that time again. Share your Persona Hot Takes or things you hate in the Persona community or both. Additional question for everyone. Would you rather want future Persona protagonists or remake protagonists to have voice dialogues in the mainline games and every game they're in? I saw this Twitter and going at it, and this was I made this post adding that this video will be made when and if this video gets enough comments. And again, thank you, 13 comments, really love it out there. So by the way, I gotta play Persona Q, man. I hate how people hate Teddie. Okay, I am a Teddie, I'm a Teddie defender, but here's the thing, I can understand why people don't like Teddie. The reason I want to add is that there are characters in the Persona community that at the start are pretty they start off their first introduction, you don't really like them. Teddie, not the first introduction, but their first impression. Teddie, you look at the whole Yukiko score thing, and then you see a lot of times the harassment and stuff. Nobody likes that, okay, from Teddie and stuff. So that's why people see that and obviously just ignore the whole character development that he goes through. Now, a lot of characters I defend are Teddie, Nozumi from P3, and some other characters here and there that people don't like, but I do. But I will add, I don't know why people hate Teddie, but then not hate Yosuke. I know people will go, well, he's the closet, but no. I'm sorry, I don't want to spoil P4, but the camp out, Mystery Food X, I have a question for you. What sane person would do that after the Mystery Food X thing? Just want to add. So if people want to hate on Teddie, then I think Yosuke should be hated on too. So, oh my god, okay. I gotta be mentally prepared because I am sick and I need to check on this. Alright, Mr. Josh Lee. Your favorite Persona character of all time is without question the most underrated character. Of course, I'm talking about Jin. Yeah, sure. He is my personal favorite member of the show. I need to first check if this is bait or not. Obviously, the arguments would matter the most. So this is me checking, is this bait or not? He's my personal favorite member of Strega. He looks really cool and sounds the best of three. Damn, his PS2 voice. I need to go back and check. I think his PS2 voice was good. Reload also good. I mean, voice acting, yeah. Yes, he should have gotten more screen time, but that doesn't help the fact that he's not cool. I hope that if we ever get P3R, re-released of MC remake, Jin would also get a link depth. Honestly, yeah. Yeah. This is something I wanted. I have said this myself, yeah. If they ever do FMC remake, give Jin a linked episode. I don't know what Atlus was thinking. Takaya, sure, needed also more screen time from the PS2 version. But here's the thing about Takaya. Takaya was still a lovable, reasonably lovable character. And then they were like, oh, Jin has nothing, we'll give him nothing. And I love how they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna add screen time to characters that didn't got on PS2 version because we understand the feedback. But yeah, Jin is not included in that. I don't know. Or at least be part of Takaya's linked episode. Yeah, that too. I'm bored with this. Okay, this does not look like bait. With that said, I hope Jin gets more love from fanbase and from Atlus. I've been saying that. Listen, Mr. Josh Lee, I don't know when you have subscribed on the channel. I don't care about updates right now. But when I was playing Persona 3 and Persona 3 Portable, Fest and Portable, I said that they can't make Shuji a good character, but Jin has a lot of bits and pieces they can just work on. I was incorrect because now I think Shuji is a better character than Jin, but I stood corrected. But I am a Jin defender. I'm not now, but back in the day I was a Jin defender. So just saying. With that said, I hope Jin gets more love from fanbase. And I know my previous hot take I gaslight, but this is a hot take. I'm not trying to gaslight. This is a genuine hot take, and I would say, yeah, go for it. Jin is the most underrated character in Persona, in my opinion. The problem with Jin is that on paper, if I show you Jin on paper what he is, and if I show you Takai on paper what he is, you will say Jin is a better character. Okay, Windows, shut the hell up. Like, everybody will say, well, yeah, Jin is a better character. But when you play the game, they don't utilize him. He's underutilized. So that's the problem with Jin. On paper, he's a really good character, but that on paper is not being used. That's the problem. Like, I don't know why, but yeah, let's see the replies. All right, it'll take some time. So Captain M. Oh, so basically Tekka and no. Okay, Captain M27. Future protagonists. The silent protags are an experience itself to understand while being silent, and I think making them fully voiced would change in their characters because they have a personality, while having a space for the interpretation of the player voices will constrain those free spaces. Okay, yeah. So a lot of people, like, I did order a metaphor. I'm sick recently, so I might play it in my own time. Maybe I wait and play it on the channel. I will receive it today, probably, metaphor. So I want to experience how, like, the talking protagonist works. But this is something I do understand. Now, there is a thing people don't understand. Sure, I sit down and I'm gonna be like, no, they don't give, like, Yosuke doesn't make sense for the MC, or Naruto doesn't make sense for the MC. But at the end of the day, they are you. It's a role-playing game. Yu Narukami is, if Captain is playing if Captain M27 is playing Persona 4, Captain M27 is Yu Narukami. If I'm playing Persona 4, I am Yu Narukami. If Siva is playing, or Poison Tune is playing, anybody of you are playing Persona 4 or 3, you are the protagonist. So I can understand giving them a voice ruins the purpose of that character, because it's more so like what the character interprets them to be. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind having them just voice dialogues. But again, if there's voice, there's character, and when there's character, that removes the whole interpretation aspect. So I do understand that. But I'm on the side of just give them voices. It adds more flair. It adds more pizzazz. I kind of like Teddie. This is the same. Yeah, I am a Teddie defender. Always will be. Translate to English. Let's see what it translates to. It doesn't. That's the proper spelling of Teddie. Okay. Dragon Fusion D Never D. My issue with the Persona community is that they play games about understanding others and personal growth, and you'd expect a good community with a view fan. I've seen this. I've actually seen this, not like this hot take, but I've seen this on Twitter as well, with Persona 4 being a game about accepting others, that nobody like accepts anybody for who they are. I've seen this with a view at Apples, but it's literally 50-50. They get mad at Atlus whenever they don't get what they want, instead of giving them a chance and believe in them. Also, the old gen fans are getting on the new gen fans for not playing old games and wanting remakes. Then use the what's wrong with old games. The old games, listen, I love Persona 2, but I understand, like, they need a remake as an excuse to bash on them without understanding where they're coming from. And new gens are just as bad because they'll fight back instead of understanding that old gen fans been waiting 9 if not 10 years for Persona 6. Basically, both sides are weird, playing game about changing and helping others, but can't and will help or even try to relate to each other. I know this is kind of corny, but it's true. The fan base is the only reason I can't get my friends into the Persona series. Alright, so basically what Dragon Fusion D Never D's is saying is that the Persona community is opposite of what the Persona's main moral message is. And obviously the old gen fans of Persona 1 and 2 and the new gen fans like colliding with each other. I'll take this by bit. First of all, as I'm recording this video, I'm still sick. If you don't know, I won't go into details, but I'm sick. So I'll be honest with you. I opened Twitter. That was the worst decision of my life, because Twitter is depressing as hell. And not only like I'm talking about Persona community, but everything. Like, people will agree on nothing. Like, they'll be like, if I say, like, Yu Narukami is a good character, people will bash you, saying, no, Makoto Yuki is better, even though Makoto Yuki is not even in the discussion. Like, I'm telling you right now, I have told this to my brother. I have told this to people who I want to be part of the things I like Persona. There's Dragon Ball, other stuff. There's like Batman. There's other stuff I love here and there. I mean, Batman. Everybody's watched Batman, but like, you know, like a lot of things I want like my friends to get into, fairy tale and stuff like that. I've told them one thing: don't go into the community. Never get into the community. I've said the same thing about every series, because every series community, at the end of the day, like, even if they're less rotten, they're a lot rotten. Like, you can see that a lot, and the ones that bark the most get the most attention. I guess I shouldn't say that, because I'm also like being part of the problem of the calling them dogs and stuff like that. But that's the issue here. Other thing I want to say is just get your friends into these community. Don't get your friends into these games and stuff. Don't get them into the communities, or tell them just beforehand, yeah, it's terrible. I used to say Persona community isn't that bad. I still was like am by it, but at the same time, I've seen so many people like get depressed over it, so I'm just not gonna add into it. Even if it's like a hint of bad, it's bad. It affects a lot of people. Now, on this topic, the problem I have is I don't know if it's people are stupid or idiots or they don't know how businesses work. But when people are like, we need a Persona 1 and 2 remakes, who are the idiots who comment, oh, nobody wants that, Atlus will never remake that, when it's like, bro, it's free money. I know it's not free money, but you do understand that Persona 1 and 2 remakes are easier to make than Persona 6, right? Like, I'm not saying we'll get Persona 1 and 2 remake prior to Persona 6, but just saying. Also, dude, the community is too, like, people are hating that we're not getting Persona 6 and saying Atlus is not making anything original when we got Shin Megami Tensei 5, we got Vengeance, we got Metaphor. Like, people are saying they're only focusing on remasters and remakes when we got new stuff, and then you show them new stuff and they're like, no, new Persona stuff. Well, you got the spin-offs. You got the remakes. People are not happy with anything. My will always be ignore the internet. Well said. Appreciate Loki thought people. No, this is actually I would say this is a cold take, man. This is like a cold take. The loudest are usually the outskirts of a fandom. I feel like a lot of people. Yeah. See, the outskirts of... Alright, Siva. I got a shout out to Siva, man. I was sick. He was asking about me, man. Shout out to Siva. I don't have any new hot takes, so why don't you share your own hot take, Raandigar? Oh, damn. Kind of put me on the spot there. I'll think about it while I'm here. As for the voice dialogues, I would love to see that, but I want every protagonist to have voiced dialogues in every game to keep it consistent. It will be pretty hard to pull off because Amamiya is the only protagonist to speak during cuts. I guess in the mainline games. Yeah, my mouse is messing up. Is it better now? Yeah, it's better. Makoto never spoke during cutscenes in P3R, so it's safe to assume that you would also not speak in cutscenes in Rival other than saying Persona. Oh yeah, that's Persona, yeah. I wish Atlus would at least let protagonists speak during cutscenes. Alright. Reply. Okay. I tried to write my famous hot take in Telugu. Okay, yeah, so this I want to talk about, but the comments is being deleted, so why don't you paste? You know, Narukami is very open. Makoto in translate and know how it stands. No, it did not get deleted, though. It didn't get deleted. Did it? I got the notification for it. So, okay, let me tell you one thing. So, I get notifications, right? And I also check them out. I get comment notifications and it's like, oh, new comment. I get less comments. So I check it out. So let's just say Dragon Fusion D Never D wrote his hot take. I open the comment. I check from notifications. I see this, right? I open this. I see it's from this post. I ignore. Boom. But then obviously if I see something like by Poison Tune where it's like 4 words, yeah, I know what Poison Tune is saying. So I did see it. Maybe it got deleted? I don't know. Maybe it got deleted? You know what? Give me a moment. I'll do it. Alright. We're here. Let's do it. Paste. Okay, it's gonna take a while. You know what? Oh, here we go. I cannot speak that language, but I did it. Hey, for the sake of it. You know what? Let's listen to it at least. I don't know Oh my god, the audio for my headphones is way louder. And I'm stuck. Alright. Yeah, give me a moment, I'll fix it. Alright, let's brace ourselves. I can't. I'm doing it for the. I don't know what that said. I know what that said, but hey, doing it for the community. Alright, doing it for the community. I hope that audio did come out because I don't know. I'll know it in post-editing. In Persona 5... Oh, okay. Akechi should have stayed dead even in the third semester portion. Oh, yeah, okay. I was thinking about this. I was talking about this with my brother. Not the Akechi part. But I feel like after Persona 3... Atlus might not... Even after Persona 5, Atlus might not kill a lot of characters off. The reason I'm saying is that Atlus killed off someone in P3 or some 2 P3, I don't know, in Persona 3, and I feel like they do regret it because now they can't use those characters, somewhat not use those characters. So I believe what happened is Atlus looked at Akechi. They were like making his character and they said, he's a villain. He's not going to be that much loved by the community. We can kill him off. They released Persona 5. People loved Akechi. And they were like, oh yeah, we got to bring him back because we got to use him for future like Persona 5 projects. And I feel like that's why they didn't kill him off. This is the reason why I feel like a lot of companies tend to avoid killing off a lot of characters is because if they want to use them to market future games or they want to use them for future games, they, could just use them for future games. Akechi is an example and a few others are example I will not say, but I feel like the reason they're doing is just for business purposes, is that they can just use these characters in the future, and that's why Akechi said character and other said characters, I feel like in the future we won't see a lot of deaths in Persona. Like maybe we'll see like a evil villain, one-time villain die, like that, but we won't see characters that are way important die. I feel like that's my take. All right, hot take. Mishima is a good character. Mishima is also one of the few I haven't defended him on the channel, but he's one of the few I would say characters I do agree is a good character. And Persona players just saying he doesn't change the fact that he has actual growth in his story. I really will never understand the hate. This is again Mishima, Nozomi, Teddie. Who else? There might be more. Kubo. I think people don't hate Kubo that much. Mitsuo Kubo. But like Mishima, Nozomi, and Teddie. These are characters whose first impression are not that good. And that's why people take that first impression and are like, okay, yeah, the character sucks. Boom. That's it. We hate the character because the first impression sucks. The character sucks. And just like that, boom. People hate him and just ignore the character arc. Now, one thing I will say, when it comes to Mishima and Nozomi, no. When it comes to Mishima, it kind of makes sense people hate him because there might be people that just don't do his confidant. That's it. They don't do his confidant and just look at him from the main story perspective. But when it comes to, like, Nozomi is already a social link, so that doesn't make sense. And Teddie, literally, his social link is the story, so that doesn't make sense either. Mishima, I can at least defend the people who hate him, is that they never did his confidant. That's it. And here's the thing. A lot of people, I guess this is just in every community, a lot of people don't like characters which have flaws that they're trying to build upon, if those flaws are really like I feel like a lot of people don't like characters which have flaws that they don't really like, and then even if they overcome those flaws, people still hate the characters because of those flaws in the past. I feel like that's the case, but again, I will defend Mishima if there's an argument to be made. If I ever am in a debate and I have to defend Mishima, I'll stand my ground and hold my cape up and be like, step back, bro. I got you. And that's my hot take. Siva asked for my hot take. My hot take is that Teddie, Nozomi, Koitetsu, whatever his name was, Nozomi, the Moon Arcana of Persona 3, Mishima, the Moon Arcana of Persona 5. Is there a Persona 4 character? Oh yeah, Teddie, yeah. Teddie, the Star Arcana. I think he's the Star Arcana. Teddie, the Star Arcana of Persona 4. All three are good characters. They're not peak characters. I mean, Teddie, you can make the argument, he's really good. But they are really good characters. So, alright, my Raandigars. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Click on notify bell. I'll see you guys next time with another Persona, Shin, Megami, Dragon Ball, Fairy Tail video. Consider subscribing. Try and make this YouTube thing an actual thing. I might do less gaming videos. Get back up on my feed, then try them. But I'm looking here to stop recording. Consider subscribing. Trying to make this, trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Looking to stop recording. Bye.